Now moving on to the positives. I got the dub. I got the dub, people. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you are doing well. And this is going to be my first cross-country race of 2020, and possibly my only cross-country race of 2020. We'll see what happens in the next couple weeks. And I didn't record anything leading up to the race because I wanted to focus. It was an early meet, 6:30 a.m. departure time, and I got there around 7:30 for my race at 9. The meet was at Crow Creek Park in Bettendorf, Iowa, and this is a course that is notorious for being brutal and hilly. It is so hilly that they actually have named 3 of their hills. 3 of their steep hills are named the Exterminator, the Exasperator, and the Incinerator. And then I think one of the downhills is called something like the Bullet. But if you thought Iowa was flat and you thought Iowa did not have any hills, well, you are absolutely wrong. But this course is very hilly. It's a 1-loop course, 5 kilometers, and it's brutal. So let's get into the race footage. I'll see you at the end of the video where I break it down and discuss what's happening next.
We're just a few minutes away from the start of the varsity boys race. This Pleasant Valley meet. Approximately 90% of the fans are wearing masks, although there's a few Kens and Karens that think the mask rules don't apply to them, even though Iowa has the highest virus transmission rate in the country at the current moment. Goes a Karen just walking right in front of the camera.
Now that you have seen the race, it is time to discuss what happens. I think in these race videos, when I break it down, I'll start with some of the negative things, some of the positive things, some of the things I learned, and what I need to do for the next race. So starting with the negatives, first off is just the time. I was expecting to run something like 17:10 or 17:05, and my goal was actually a stretch goal to go sub 17. I feel like I'm in that shape. I still feel like I'm in that kind of shape, but I ended up going 18 flat. And what happened was, it was such a big race. I mean, 12 teams, 7 runners on each team. That's 84 guys breathing hard in one big pack, especially at the start. So I didn't really feel comfortable taking my mask off, and now looking back, I should have, as one thing that I learned after the race was wearing a mask when exercising can actually reduce your VO2 max by 4.9%, which is quite a bit, meaning if I have a 70 VO2 max, we'll just round to 70 because when I got tested at Accelerate, upper right hand corner, when I got tested at Accelerate, I was in the 69.2 area. So we'll just say 70 because it's been a little while since that test, and I feel like I'm in a little better shape now than I was in mid-July. If I have a 70 VO2 max and it gets reduced by 4.9%, now you're looking at a 65.5 VO2 max, which is actually a big difference. I don't know what it would be time-wise, and I will put the study in the description, so if you want to check it out for yourself. And then for more of the negatives, I went out too slow. I went out in a 5:30 and I need to go out in a 5:15 or 5:20 at the slowest. And all last season, I was trying to go out a little bit faster, and the coaches were encouraging me to go out a bit faster, but that's something I need to improve on. One more negative, I didn't finally feel like I was in my zone. I think the mask probably was why, but also I just didn't feel like I was focused on the race as much. So I was not finally in my zone that race, but I hope to be finally in my zone in the next race. Now moving on to the positives, I got the dub. I got the dub, people. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, I was the only person in the race to actually wear a mask for the entirety of the 5K. So if there was a mask division, I would have taken first place. Another positive is my teammates ran pretty well, and we ended up getting 4th overall as a team, which is great because we are improving as a team, and we've been rebuilding the last couple of years as, to be honest, our team has not been the best in a few years, and we are looking to get back to state. I think this puts us in the right direction, this 4th place, as it was a very competitive race, and I think it shows that we can compete with them too. One more positive, shout out to Luke, who greeted me after the race. I thought that was really cool to actually get to meet one of you guys, one of the subscribers, and this was especially cool because he hadn't commented or DM'd me on Instagram, so I didn't know that there would be someone from this meet that would watch my videos, but that was really cool, and great race, Luke. And what have I learned from this race? Well, like I said earlier, the mask can decrease your performance. I don't know how much faster I would have run without it. I'm hoping at least 30 seconds. I definitely have taken away a few things from this race. Going out faster, I need to work those middle miles a lot more. And one more positive thing, I kept moving up. I went out slow, but I kept picking people off. For example, I was 7th on my team at the mile marker, but ended up finishing 4th. I mean, that's not a great measure of how many people I passed. And lastly, what did I learn? Well, we have some subscribers in the house in eastern Iowa. And what do I want to do in the next race? Like I said in the last video, the school board actually voted to go online for the first 2 weeks, which means no sports for those 2 weeks. So that means no racing or no practices. You can find out more by clicking right up here. But we'll see. There is a chance that we have a race, I think mid-September. It'd be a dual meet or a triangular meet. And since it's a smaller meet, that's good because that's fewer people. And I feel like if I have another race, I'm just going to hope that nobody on the other teams has COVID, and I'm hoping that none of the spectators have COVID. In this next race, I want to go out faster and actually possibly PR. That would be good. My PR for cross country is a 17:04, but for just 5K in general, it's a 16:58. That was a lot of rambling, I guess. So if you have watched all the way through the end, thank you. So now it's time for the inquiry of the episode. Have you raced yet? What races are you looking forward to? Or are there races going on in your area? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what things are like in your area. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I really am hoping that I have some more races to come and I get to take you guys along, so be sure to subscribe. At the time of filming this video, we are only 6 away from 1,000. So be sure to tell your running pals and your teammates, if you are on a team, to subscribe, and let's get the channel to 1K. So thanks again for watching. Live life to the max, run to the max. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.